Good morning and welcome to Montrose Fresh, the new podcast from the Montrose Daily Press. Today is Friday, December 18th, and we're here with local news, events, announcements, jobs, and more that matter to us here in Western Colorado. Today, Colorado has released Roadmap to In-Person Learning, and Montrose County School District is collecting input on the spring semester. Today's episode is brought to you by Elevate Internet. Whether it's for your home or your business, they offer the best speeds at the best price. Right now, if you refer a friend, you can get $25 off. Give them a call for more information at 844-386-8744 or visit them at elevateinternet.com. Before we begin, here's an event that we're excited about this weekend. Santa Claus is coming to the Montrose Community Recreation Center on the 21st. He'll be visiting from 10 a.m. until noon and from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Bring your camera and snap some pictures before he heads back to the North Pole. Keep in mind, this year you'll need to make an appointment. You can call 970-249-7705 to book time. Now our feature story. A plan to welcome students and staff back to the classrooms full-time now has some guidance. On Tuesday, the state released a plan called the Roadmap to In-Person Learning. Governor Jared Polis and state education specialists discussed their guidance to keep students and teachers in the classroom. He also said that throughout the past 10 months, they've learned a lot.
10 months into this pandemic, we've learned a lot about the virus, about infection patterns, and we now know that schools are relatively low-risk environments for kids and for educators. That's wonderful and welcome news. And they can be a safe place when the safety measures are taken and layered on one another to be able to create a safe working environment for teachers, a safe environment for kids. Won't have the same access that parents normally have, to the classroom. There's drop-offs and ways of a very limited ability to enter the school. But at least the basic academic and social piece that kids need to thrive and that public health benefit from the schools can be recognized. Learning loss is just, it's a real problem that kids are facing. And it's even more severe for those who are already at risk, vulnerable, low income, people of color, rural Coloradans, or those who don't have access to reliable internet at home or a reliable workspace or device at home. That's why last month I launched the Back to School Working Group.
Polis said that this working group recommends that school-sponsored activities like athletics, music and art, science fairs, and theater only occur once the kids are back full-time or hybrid in-person is underway with minimal disruptions. They also stressed the importance of testing and contact tracing for districts, continued mask usage, regular symptom screening, effective cohorting, social distancing, and effective ventilation and hand washing. Like Polis said, remote learning has affected students who are already the most vulnerable. According to national estimates from the Northwest Evaluation Association, students returning to school in the fall of 2020 likely returned with roughly 70% of the learning gains in reading compared to a typical school year and 50% of the learning gains in math. These findings cited that learning gaps are disproportionately seen among students who were already struggling academically and lower-income families. Heath Harmon, co-chair of the Back to School Working Group, also spoke during the announcement. He stressed the importance of partnership between the educational system and public health.
I think a couple of the things that I really wanted to highlight are things that we've heard already, but I think they're really important just to kind of remind everybody about. But the partnership between the educational system and public health is extremely important. It's always important, even when it's not during a pandemic. But right now, let's face it, in the past 10 months, as the governor highlighted, this has been a really challenging and difficult time. We've all made a lot of sacrifices. And I think at the same time, we've also had an awful lot that we could learn from, and we have done that. And I think that's what this working group was really convened to be able to do, is share some of those lessons learned across the state of Colorado with that singular goal of figuring out how is it that we can best get our students and our educators back into school for in-person or a hybrid modality as safely as possible and as quickly as possible. And so I just wanted to emphasize again, that realistically the need to protect health is critically important. It doesn't matter if you're a youth, a family, or an educator. This is important to all of us. And so one of the things that we have been able to learn in the past several months is that when you have these layered protections, as was already highlighted, that's critically important. And in fact, it does really create a relatively low risk environment. And so this is one thing that we wanted to be able to do, is take those lessons learned from many districts across the state and figure out what are the commonalities, what has worked really well, and how is it that we actually then codify that and make it into a plan for as we head into 2021.
At the local level, Montrose County School District has begun preparations for the spring semester by asking families to complete a learning preferences survey. The survey is similar to the one families completed prior to the fall semester. Public Information Officer Matt Jenkins said the instruction during the second semester will still be based on public health recommendations, local health conditions, and survey results from families and staff. They will continue to offer a 100% online instructional model to all families who request it for next semester. Next, here are a few other things going on in Montrose that you should know about. Montrose County officials urge the public to hang tight as a COVID-19 vaccine makes its way here, first to critical healthcare workers and then to first responders. The city of Montrose has made the decision to move away from its green waste disposal program effective January 1st. The Delta County Memorial Hospital West Elk Clinic in Hotchkiss welcomed its newest physician to the team. And finally, before we go, we'd like to remember the life of Richard Warren Bussing of Montrose. Dick grew up in several areas of Colorado, including Durango, Pagosa Springs, and Frederick. He married his wife Midge in Monte Vista, and they lived in Boulder until Dick graduated from pharmacy school at the University of Colorado. Dick worked as a pharmacist until he transitioned to working for rural electric associations. Upon retirement, Dick and Midge moved to Montrose. He fell in love with studying the Bible. He even wrote a book on apologetics called Christianity, a Faith You Can Believe In. Dick also became a very gifted teacher and taught the Bible to countless people throughout the years. Dick is survived by his beautiful bride of 60 years, Midge Bussing, as well as their children, his brother, 10 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. Thank you for taking a moment today to remember and celebrate his life. That's all for today, and thank you for listening. For more information on any of these stories, visit us at montrosepress.com. And don't forget to check out our sponsor, Elevate Internet. Visit them at elevateinternet.com to learn more. For more than 137 years, the Montrose Daily Press has been dedicated to shining a light on all of the issues that matter to our community. Go to montrosepress.com to subscribe for just $1.99 per week for our digital edition. You'll get unlimited access to every story, feature, and special section. Thank you, and remember to tune in again next time on montrosepress.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.